Kripā of Madhuri Sakhi Sameda Premika Varadhan, by the grace of Ponnu Guruvayurappan, we are really blessed to learn Bhagavatam. Today is Thursday evening in USA and Friday morning in Atlanta, in India. We are doing Prahlada Stuti. So we are studying all the Pancha Stutis, and Prahlada Stuti is the fifth one we are studying. After we finish Prahlada Stuti, we will study some other portion in Bhagavatam. So this Prahlada Stuti is in Saptama Skandam, 7th Skanda, 9th chapter. Let us review the shlokas we already completed. As Narasimha Bhagavan appeared, he killed Hiranyakashipu, and then even he's still angry and roaring, and all the gods are all afraid to go near him, and somehow they are not able to pacify him. He's still angry after killing Hiranyakashipu. Then Brahmaji calls Prahlada and tells, "Hey Prahlada, you go and do pranam to Narsimha." And so Prahlada slowly approaches our Narsimha Swami, and the moment our Narasimha Swami saw Prahlada, he became so soft and gentle and affectionate to Prahlada, and he put his lotus hand on Prahlada's head, and Prahlada did beautiful, starts singing beautiful stuti. Overcome with devotion, Prahlada sings a beautiful stuti to Narasimha Swami, and very profound stuti with full of deep meaning. And only 5-year-old child having so much wisdom, having so much bhakti, jnana and vairagya. So we are really fortunate to learn these shlokas, also the meaning of the shlokas. So with the grace of Guruji, let us continue again. We'll review the shlokas from the beginning. 7.9, shloka number 8. Prahlada Uvacha ब्रह्मादय सुरगणा मुनयोत सिद्धाः तत्त्वैकतानमतयो वचसां प्रवादैः नारादितुं गुरुगुणैरधुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुमर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजातेः मन्ये धनाभिजनरूप तपश्रुतौ जस्तेजः प्रभावत् बलपौरुषबुद्धियोगाः नाराधनाय हि भवन्ति परस्य पुंसो भक्त्या तु दोष भगवान् गजयूथपाय हि नित्यविजितात्मगुणस्वधाम्ना कालो वशीकृत विसृज्य विसर्गशक्तिः चक्रे विसृष्टम् अजयेश्वर षोडशाधे निष्पीड्यमानम् उपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम् सत्वं हि नित्यविजिदात्मगुणः स्वधाम्ना कालो वशीकृत विसृज्य विसर्गशक्तिः चक्रे विसृष्टम् अजयेश्वर षोडशाधे निष्पीड्यमानम् उपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम्
विजिदात्मगुणस्वदाम्ना कालो वशीकृत विसृज विसर्गशक्तिः चक्रे विशिष्टमतेश्वर षोडशादे निष्पीड्यमानमुपकर्ष विभो प्रपन्नम्
मनः सृजति कर्ममयं बलीयः कालेन चोदित गुणानुमदेन पुंसः छन्दोमयं यत् अजयार्पित षोडशादम् संसारचक्रम् अज कोदितरे त्वदन्यः. So the Maya Manahana, the verse last week itself we saw, Prahlada is not afraid of the form of Narasimha, even though the Narasimha form is very scary to look at and terrible. But what he is saying, the samsara is very scary for me, Guru Ayappa. Please save me. Why? This Maya, it is it is creating so much makes us go round and round in samsara. How? Because this manas, it is filled with raga, dvesha. Because the mind has some raga, some desire, it is born again. It wants to enjoy, so it is born. Then it enjoys, then it creates new karma. So to exhaust that karma, it is born again, then dies again, then born again, dies again. Why? All because we have something I want. Like how Dhruva Maharaja, he could have already attained in last birth, but he had one desire to become king. So he had to be born again. So this type of many people come close to Bhagavan, then yoga bhrashta ho jata. No, some fall happens. Again they have to take rebirth and again go, again one more birth. Like this, the birth keeps happening because we have some desire, raga. So the raga is to have a desire for something, knowing that it's not good for me, yet I have the desire. That is called raga. Dvesha means something is good for me, but I don't do it. And that is called dvesha. Nama Kirtan is good for me, but I don't do it because I have some dvesha somewhere. So that is called dvesha. This raga dvesha is the one makes us go round and round again and again. If I tell like this, Maya, Manasudan Maya, Shodasha, Shodashare, like 16 tattvas are there. What are the 16 things that make me go in the world? The eye suddenly sees something, so it wants it. Or the ear hears something, so it wants it. So the eyes and ears start first. The moment eyes, you see something, then only you want to do it, you want to have it. So the like this, these are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and hands, feet, all these are called our senses. Then the mind is more powerful than all this, but the senses pull the mind and the mind pulls the senses. Both of them go like this. When we have so much karma, suppose a man feels karma to somebody, he will feel, the body will show signs of it. If somebody has krodha in the mind, the body will show signs. The eyes become red, like this. So what happens in the mind shows in the body. So mind and body are connected, and they both drag each other down. And so because of this mind, we are going in circles again and again. So Prahlada is saying, Chandomayam yat ajayapida shodashati shodasharam samsara chakram aja koti tare twadanya. Who can rescue us from this samsara other than you, Guru Vairappa? So the next sloka also same way. Sattvam hi nitya vijitatma guna aswadhamna kalo vashikrida kalam karmam swabhavam. Three things are binding us. Kala. So Jaya Vijaya are happy in the Vaikuntha Loka. Everything is good. They are seeing Bhagavan day after day and they are serving Bhagavan. One day Sanakadi Rishi come, so Kalam. One day they came, and then, so when it happens, Yadrichaya, something happens for us in our life, like that, Kalam is doing that. So the Kala has come, and then Karma and Swabhava. So the moment they insulted the Brahmanas, the Sanaka, the Rishis, they had to be born as enemies of Bhagavan. So the karma that made them insult, that created a swabhava of hatred. So kala, karma, swabhava are related. Our swabhava is because of our karma. Karma, you did bad, so the swabhava became bad. Now because swabhava is bad, you're going to do more bad. So now they became, instead of Jaya Vijaya, they became Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Now they have become enemies of Bhagavan. So they are doing karma like enemies of Bhagavan. Now they're going to face the consequence of that. So again Chakkar, another birth, another chance. Like this Maya, it doesn't spare anyone. How about if I give example, you will understand. how bhaktas come very close to attain Bhagavan, then they fall. We already saw Gajendra, Indradyumna, the Raja. He was doing dhyana in the forest, in the mountain top, ready to attain Bhagavan and gave up everything. But Agastya Rishi came, he did not show respect, and Brahmana Shapa, he had to be born as elephant. So again another birth. This way Maya takes so many bhaktas down. What about Saubari Rishi? Saubari Rishi got fed up of samsara. He said, I'm going to do tapas. And so he went in the forest and all also. He was doing tapas. He said, everywhere there are people. I don't want to see any people. I don't want to see any man. So he goes under the river, under the waters of Yamuna. Under the river, no man will come. So peacefully, I will do tapas. He goes there under the waters, but in the waters under there, he sees fishes. He sees fishes and their families, and he got a desire to have his own family. So he stopped the tapas. He used all the tapas shakti, went to a Raja and said, Raja, I want to marry your daughter. Raja is saying, this old rishi with white beard and white hair, which daughter will marry him? But Raja is scared of Brahmana Shapa. So he's telling the rishi, you can, I'll tell my daughter, if they like, you can, no, if they like, you can marry. So he tells the rishi, I'll send my daughter, let the daughters decide. The daughter, when they are coming, there are 50 daughters are there for the king. The daughters, when they come, the rishi suddenly used all his tapas shakti and became a beautiful young youth. When a very young, beautiful person he became. And now the 50 daughters say, not one, all of them say, I want to marry him. So he married 50 wives. With 50 wives, he had so much samsara, ananda, as though, and he had 100 children from each, 5,000 children happened. And then suddenly one day he's doing Sandhya Vandana, and then he's realized, oh my God, it's evening time, puja ko late ho gaya, Sandhya Vandanam, and he's remembering he did all that before, and now see from where he was and where he has come. So this is the play of Maya again. One desire somewhere, from where, kaha se kaha it will throw us. So this Prahlada knows very well. And so another Grantha might have story of Prahlada's previous birth. I heard it somewhere, but I want to hear it again before I tell. So Prahlada might have had another birth. So like that, all of us have had some birth. We didn't attain, and again we are here. So this is the story for everyone. So Prahlada says, Sattvam hi nitya vijidatma gunaha swadamna alo vashikrita visrijya visarga shakti. This Maya using the three guna, sattva, raja, tamo guna, it does the creation based on the column. So all these three are always in our life. Kala, if time is good, everything goes well. Suddenly, some planet are in different positions, so the bad time has come. Then some bad karma we have to endure now. So again, we are going through that cycle. How many times, how many Shani Dasha have to go through? When in 25 years, one, 56 years, one, I don't know when another one, and each time 7 years gone like this is time. So kala and karma and swabhava, these three are always taking us in chakkar. So our Prahlada says, please release me from this, and please, you are the only one other than you who can save me, Krishna. So chakre visrishtam ajayeshwara shodashane, big samsara wheel, it has 16 spokes. What are the 16? The 5 karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas, the tanmatra, 5 panchabhuta and tanmatra, and then 1 manas. So 16. These 16 are dragging us. Instead of going to Guruvayurappan, they are pulling out into the world. And then I'm getting crushed like sugarcane, Krishna, in this samsara chakra. When will you take me out of this wheel. Please relieve. All gods are afraid. Not only Prahlada, all the gods. Indra is afraid. Brahma, Indra, such a status he has in the heaven, but he also has downfall. And so the our Bhattadri says beautiful shloka. यद्भीत्योदेति सूर्यो दहति च दहनो वादिवायुस्तदान्ये यद्भीता पद्मजाद्याः पुनरुचितबली नाहरन्देनुकालम् येनैवारोपिताः प्राङ्निजपदमपि ते च्यावितारश्च पश्चात् तस्मै विश्वं नियन्त्रे वयमपि भवदे कृष्ण कुर्म प्रणामम् दुर्वारं द्वादशारं त्रिशद परिमिळ षष्टिपर्वाभिवीतम् संसार क्रूरवेगं क्षणमनुजगदाच्छिद्य सन्धावमानम् चक्रं ते कालरूपं यथयतु नतु मां त्वत्पदैकावलम्बम्. This chakra might not torment me because I took refuge in your feet, Guru Ayyappa. Chakram te kala roopam and Tvatpadekavalambam Vishnu Karunya Sindhu Pavanapurapade Pahi Sarvamayauga. So even our Bhattadri prays, all of the gods, they pray, you are the Vishwam Niyantran, you are the control of the universe, and all the gods are, submitting to you and offering their everything to you, and as you are the controller. And so, please save me from this Maya. Prahlada asking again and again. One more shloka. Next, दृष्टामया दिवि विभो अखिलदिष्ण्यपानाम् आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छदियाञ्चनोऽयम् ये स्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भित भ्रो विस्फूर्जितेन लुलिताः स तु ते निरस्तः दृष्टा मया दिवि विभो अखिलदिष्ण्यपानाम् आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छदियाञ्चनोऽयम् ये स्मत्पितुः कुपितः स विजृम्भितभ्रो विस्फूर्जितेन लुलिताः स तु ते निरस्तः. Prahlada is saying all the people, they want Ayu, Shriyo, Vibhava, Ichchadi, Anjanoyam. All the people like the heaven, in the heavens, Indra and all, they have Ayu, they have long life, and then they have taken Amrit, right? So they have had drunk nectar, so they will never get aged, and they can live for a long time, and they have lot of wealth, and they have all the power, status and power. The devas have all this, but then when Hiranyakashipu came, he became more powerful than devas, and so he, with one eyebrow, when Hiranyakashipu's face, with so much anger and power, he moves his eyebrows. The devas are terrified of him, and all the wealth shifted from devas to Hiranyakashipu. He became the controller of everyone. And then that Hiranyakashipu, now Narasimha, you have destroyed that Hiranyakashipu. So what is the use of having Ayu, Shriya and Yashas and the status and power? And they are all, they keep changing from one person to another, and finally Hiranyakashipu is also killed. So I have seen them. These are all vanity of worldly pleasure. These are all just vain pleasures. They have no use for me. They are all vishaya, vish. They are all poisonous sense pleasure. Like how the Kaliya has poison in him, these vishaya create poison within us. And so we forget the nectar that is Guruvayurappan, and we get attached to the world which is poison because we have tasted that poison. So Prahlada says how the what is the use of having Ayu, Shriya, Vibhava, when my father can just take away like that from the Devatas. Indra was so powerful. One day Durvasa Rishi walks in. Indra is enjoying beautiful dance, watching the Apsaras. Urvashi is dancing. Indra is enjoying. Our Durvasa Maharshi has visited Kailasa and he got a beautiful garland blessed by Parameshwara and he is coming to give it to Indra, the Devata, god of the Devatas. But Indra is so busy, and then suddenly Rishi has come so casually. He took the garland from the Rishi and he put it to Airavata, his elephant. And in 2 minutes, Airavata pulls it out and then he throws it on the ground and tramples on it. Because of that apachara, Durvasa Maharshi quietly went away, but that apachara to Durvasa Maharshi made Indra have a fall. So Indra fell from that high status of Devata, and the Devatas lost all their strength and energy. They became very weak, and Asuras easily came and they fought with them, and then Asuras became powerful. So like that, what is the use? Prahlada is saying because they are all taking us away out of Bhagavan and pushing us into the world. So Prahlada says, now what the use of all these things? Drishtamaya दिवि विभो अखिलधिष्ण्यपानाम् आयुश्रियो विभव इच्छदियाञ्जनोऽयम् येऽस्मद्विदुः कुपिदहास विजृम्भितभ्रो विस्फूर्जितेन लुलिताः स तु ते निरस्तः तस्मात्तमोस्तनुभृता अहमाशिषोऽज्ञ आयुश्रियम् विभवमैन्द्रियमाविरिञ्चात् नेच्छामि ते विरुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनयमां निजभृत्य पार्श्वम् तस्मात् अमोस्तनुभृता अहमाशिषोऽज्ञ आयुश्रियं विभवमैन्द्रियमाविरिञ्चात् नेच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनयमा निजभृत्य पार्श्वम्. These things, long life or wealth or name and fame, all these things I do not want. Even gods like Indra and Brahma are running after this, but I do not wish. Nechamite. I do not have any desire for these things because they are all subject to destruction by time. They are all time bound. Even Brahmaji has a fixed lifespan. For that much time he can enjoy. After that, even he has to die and be born again. All the world up to Brahmaloka are under the Maya of Brahma. So they are all subject to beginning and end. Where there is no end, that is Vaikuntha Loka, much above Brahmaloka. So Prahlada says, take me over there, where there is no time, there is no limitation of time. What is the first shloka we read in Narayanyam? Kala desha vadivyam nirmuktam. Who is beyond Kala and Desha? Guruvayurappan. So he says, take me to that state where that is Guruvayurappan state, where there is Sri Vaikunta, which is beyond the Maya, because even up to Brahmaloka, they are all subject to time. That's why that shloka, Yadvityo Dedi Suryo, even the Surya Bhagavan is time bound, because these are all under that creative cycle of Brahmaji. So when Brahmaji is gone, all of them get absorbed in Bhagavan. And then another creation, another kalpa starts. So like this, but I want to go beyond time. Prahlada says, I don't want to be born again and die again. So who can do this? Nija Bhritya Parshvam. Give me the Sangha of Bhaktas. Only by this mind that we are saying Maya Manaha, that mind, it is making making you go round and round. That mind which has four things: aham, ahankara, manasya, buddhi, chitta. These four are the antakarana. This is the linga sharira. The Maya, it first creates this linga sharira. What is the linga sharira? Aham bhav. First is to emerge is aham, me. That aham. The moment aham comes, the next is to come is that buddhi and manas. And then chitta is already first. So Maya creates these. Chitta is everything is stored like a computer. Whatever you did from 10 years ago, you don't remember, but it is all stored inside. Everything you did has been stored inside. And so all this will have a reaction either now or later. Even whatever we did in one kalpa before, there is a story in Ramayana, Kakudushundi ji. He was a Shudra born in Ayodhya one kalpa ago. A kalpa has 4 billion years or more. He was born in that Divya Dham Ayodhya, and because of some punya which was left, he was again, reborn as a Brahmana. Then he was having some confrontation with Lomas Rishi, who he cursed him to become a crow, so he became Kakkushundi, but he was very famous for narrating the Ramayana. He was a great Rama Bhakta. So that whatever he had done in one kalpa before was also still stored. And for that he had to be reborn. Like this, everything is stored in that chitta. Chitta is first, and then the aham emerges from that, and so it makes me think this is Shailaja, this is Shalu, this is Shobha, this is Vijaya, so like that. So everybody becomes a separate, so the aham has come. Then aham creates the manasi and buddhi. And so these buddhi and manasi, they are all together making me do some action and face the consequence of the action. So I have to go in circle. So this manasi, who can, it can never be dissolved because it's going to do more things. How will the manasi just go away? It will not. Because it is all storing so much from before. How will it all go? Maha Nija Britya Bhashvam. Only our Mahans can do that. When Brahmana is asking Krishna, after so long he got darshan, he says, please remove this aham. I'm suffering. Please take my mind and throw it somewhere. It's not possible. Mind will never go like that because it creates more and you're doing more and facing more. So Krishna also cannot remove. Krishna cannot do anything. So what did Krishna say? He will bring satsang into your life. Krishna sends only the satsang, and only Mahan can do this. Only when we go and get Sharanagati to Mahan, they can Ajnana Nashakam Devam Sadguru Muralidhar. That is why we need Guru. So for the final release, you need Guru Kripa, because Krishna says this aham remove, aham I cannot remove. No, I had 2 paisa. Some Mahan will explain in a funny way like this, it seems. This 2 paisa I have, अगला 1.5 पैसा कबीर दास ने ले लिया, अभी आधा पैसा बचा है. You cannot do anything with that. I cannot remove your aham. Go to fall at Kabir Das feet or fall at any Mahan's feet. Only they can remove. Only there, at their feet only the mind will melt. That's why we say the Sangha is so important, Satsangam. Only by Satsang of a Mahapurusha, this Manas will be dissolved. Otherwise, we will keep going. Maybe very great like sadhana. Indradyumna had done sadhana. Vishwamitra has done sadhana. So many bhaktas, they go through sadhana, but still they are caught in that cycle again and again. So unless Jnaneshwara comes in our life, or Tukaram, Ganapati, Tukaram Maharaj, or a Bundanam, they come in our life and somehow give us jnana, it is not possible. So what did Prahlada and Dhruva ask? What did Dhruva say? Bhakti muhu pravahadam tvai me prasango bholat ananda mahadam amalashayana Let me have company of Mahans who will always narrate your katha. This is what is needed to get it to understand this, and then to say, wow, it's so complicated, is it? Yes. Then what is the way? Satsanga. Satsanga is the way. So Prahlada is saying, please give me Nija Bhritya Pashvam. Give me Sangha of Bhaktas Guruvayurappa. Only by that I can cross this. तस्मादमोस्तनुभृताम् अहमाशिषोच्च आयुष्यं विभवमैन्द्रियमाविरिञ्चादे नेच्छामि ते विलुलितानुरुविक्रमेण कालात्मनोपनयमा निजभृत्यपार्श्वम्. I'll do one. I'll do two more. Okay, little faster. कुत्राशिषः श्रुतिसुखा मृगकृष्णिरूपाः वेदं कलेवरम् अशेषरुजां विरोहः निर्विद्यते न तु जनो यदपीति विद्वान् कामानलं मधुलवै शमयन् दुरापैः कुत्राशिषः श्रुतिसुखा मृगतृष्णिरूपाः वेदं कलेवरम् अशेषरुजां विरोहः निर्विद्यते न तु जनो यदपीति विद्वान् कामानलं मधुलवै शमयन् दुरापैः. I want to take that also. वाहं रजः प्रभव ईशतमोदिकेऽस्मिन् जातः सुरेतरकुले क्व तवानुकम्पा न ब्रह्मणो न तु भवस्य न वैरमायाः यन्मेऽर्पितः शिरसि पद्मकरप्रसादः. In the desert there is water, like in the from far you think there is water in that desert region, but when you go near you will see it is only the play of the sun. There is really no water, so it's like called a mirage. That's called a Mrigatrishni Rupa. The happiness that we are running and chasing, it's really not there at all. It's all just a play of the mind. It makes us think that this is, happiness, but actually it's going to create sorrow later. Like that, it is all just a game. There is nothing really happiness which you're going to enjoy with this body, but the body also is temporary. The body is also filled with so many disease sometimes that you cannot even enjoy. So even knowing this, even learned men, they still pursue happiness. What a pathetic state, Prahlada is saying. And so they are all running after this like a mirage in the desert. It is not really there. Water is not there. There is no happiness in this samsara. Adu nanna therinjachu. Oru bhaktana, that is the how to measure if it is really somebody who has vairagya. That means they know in the samsara there is no happiness. Like who Vidura was like that. Like who Kunti Mata was like that. Kunti Mata says, give me vipat. I'm fed up of this world. I don't want anything. Give me vipat only. Because then at least it will keep me in check. And so these bhaktas, they already know there is no happiness. And so we are reading Bhagavatam again and again. These slokas are here to inspire vairagya. Some slokas will inspire bhakti, like how when we talk about Gajendra, how Bhagavan saves Gajendra. When we read Guru Dhruva, we get bhakti. Some of them, like these shlokas, they create vairagyam. And when you study episode like Jadabaratopakhana, you get jnana. So all these stories come in, again and again in Bhagavatam to give these three together. We cannot just have jnana without bhakti. We cannot have vairagya. If you say vairagya, I'll attain Bhagavan means the snake will not, ajagar, the python doesn't eat anything unless somebody comes and gives it. Does it mean it has vairagya? No, right? The fish is always clean. It is in the water. Does it mean it's going to attain Bhagavan by being pure and doing acharam? No, right? So those just by ourselves trying to get vairagya or jnana, it will not work. Bhagavatam very gently it is creating this. By hearing this story, gently it is changing our mind. So we get all these three together nicely, so that we don't fall. So that is the beauty of Prahlada, is teaching Vairagya. Then Prahlada is telling, where am I, Krishna? I am only a low caste Asura, born in Asura class, who are always enemies of you. To be born in such a place where they are enemies of you, it's pathetic state. So Prahlada is saying, what a state. All the Asuras are against you and I am born in that family. What a pathetic state. But see, you are Karuna Krishna. You bless me with such a great bhagyam you gave when you put your lotus hand on my head and you blessed me. This type of blessing, not even Brahma, not even Bhava, Shiva, not even Lakshmi, none of them got this bhagyam, but you placed your lotus hand on me, Krishna. How blessed. Like this, that's a sloka. Kvaham raja prabhava isha tamodikesmin जातः सुरेतरकुले क्व तवानुकम्पा न ब्रह्मणो न तु भवस्य न वैरमायाः यन्मेद्विदः शिरसि पद्मकरः प्रसादः। महाराज की जय। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. Thank you everyone.